Thank you for watching this Last Mile Profits video.
A chap found a scorpion in their parcel. To find out more, take a look at the latest Last Mile Profits video. Experience the future of convenience with modern Expo parcel lockers. Cutting-edge innovations that bring parcel delivery to a fundamentally new level. Follow the link in the description to find the best solution for your business. Gary, I got an unusual one for you today. I don't know if you've read this article. Apparently, there's what was it? Some kind of research outfit. I can't remember the abbreviation for the name of the company, but they've been doing some research on what you can get with your parcels. And some chap in the UK apparently got a bit more than he bargained for. In fact, in the form of a scorpion in his parcel.
A live scorpion.
Yeah, that's actually quite a good point. A live scorpion. So, what do you think of this?
To be honest with you, Mark, it could happen to anybody, couldn't it? You're going into work. It's bring your poisonous insect to work day. You bring it in. It's sat there on the bench. You're packing parcels. You look around. Benny, oh my God, where's Benny gone? Next thing you know, he's in your Shane parcel, Temu package, or whoever, and winging its way to the UK to try and kill some hapless shopper. It's a day-to-day story of completely expected.
Yeah, to be honest, sometimes I've seen stories where people, buy their delicious coffee and suddenly they find something they didn't expect inside the coffee beans because in those countries you do have various creepy crawlies and things. And I guess, Gary, it could be one at the time that it was being packed. It could also be theoretically that someone who was a little bit unscrupulous was sending these insects and it got out of its original packaging and into this one, theoretically. Or I guess the final scenario could be that someone didn't get the parcel that was intended for them, which could be a bit worrying, particularly if it's going to be something, like a poisonous snake or something else.
To be honest with you, Mark, this is one of those news stories that seems to come round on a cycle in the UK. The other big ones are tarantula found in bananas, shark seen off the coast of Cornwall, and all this sort of stuff. It just comes round on a loop all the time. I mean, more seriously, I don't even remember the story years ago where it was one of the apple factories in China. People were writing kind of distress notes and putting them inside the packaging, claiming that they are being, held as slave labor and all this kind of stuff. So I'm wondering if this is accident or intent. Is somebody malicious, or it's just very strange, isn't it? But I mean, how many have there been? I think I saw a similar story where there's about 200 foreign insects a year find their way into the UK. I think we've got bigger issues than the insects heading to the UK at the moment.
Agreed. It's probably not, thank God, something that happens to people often. Although I have to admit, I think I'd be a little bit disconcerted if I found a rattlesnake in my parcel or a scorpion for that matter. But I guess that the issue is so small that it really doesn't warrant being dealt with, other than the fact that perhaps people should be advised that it's probably a good idea to, look very carefully if you have a dangerous reptile or insect around when you're packaging your parcels.
In my list of daily hazards, this is fairly near the bottom, to be fair. But yeah, it is interesting they got picked up actually. But there we are. A slow news day somewhere, and away we go.
Gary, the only thing that makes me think a little bit is that, because e-commerce is growing, we also talked earlier about the fact that it's more anonymous now because of the fact that you don't necessarily see a person. You can drop it off in a locker or a drop box. What is the cause? Is it the fact that basically you've got more e-commerce, so there's more options for shipping or for inadvertently one of these creatures to get into the box? Or is that a red herring?
I think it's actually related to the amount of cross-border traffic. How many times in the first half of your life did you receive a parcel from China or Japan or some a far-flung place? It was an exotic moment to receive something like that. And now with the amount of cross-border trade happening, it's become more and more frequent. So it's the law of odds, isn't it, really? If you start bringing 200 or 300 million or a billion overseas packages in from places that have got a different livestock population, then potentially that's what's going to introduce it, I guess.
Well, thankfully, the only thing I've ever had with my parcel from China was a sample of tea, which was actually delicious. So I'd encourage everyone to be careful, what they send, and perhaps samples of tea are a much better example than scorpion.
Much more my cup of tea, Marek. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching this Last Mile Profits video. For more up-to-date last mile news and analysis, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn.